Much of the Port of Baltimore is closed to ships for the foreseeable future, creating a supply chain concern for the entire region. Fox 43's Marshall Keeley joins us now to explain how it could impact businesses in south central Pennsylvania as it slows the flow of goods.
Yeah, Evan, we know the Port of Baltimore is an essential to a number of industries in the region. It handles the most farm and construction equipment of any port in the country, and it's the biggest importer of sugar and gypsum. And there's already a scramble to figure out what to do with the cargo waiting to be delivered. Business is at a near standstill at the Port of Baltimore following Tuesday's crash. All the cargo has to go somewhere else.
Now that the inner harbor is sealed, there's no way to process inbound freight that was supposed to go to Baltimore. So that freight and those containers now are going to have to be discharged at other ports along the eastern seaboard.
The most immediate concerns right now are the ships that are stuck in the port.
Many of them could have been carrying automobiles. The Port of Baltimore has handled more cars and trucks than any port in the country in each of the last 13 years.
Baltimore uses a process called roll on, roll off, where the vehicles are driven off the container ships. So not every port can do that.
How long could this take to get all of these vehicles where they need to go?
30 days, 45 days. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight just because, again, there are just not enough trucks.
The Pennsylvania Automotive Association says it's too early to tell how the bridge collapse will impact the industry. The crash is already diverting truck traffic closer to Baltimore and could cause delays all the way to the D.C. Metro.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge is the only bridge in the Baltimore area, so all of the hazardous trucks and containers now have to be rerouted totally around the city of Baltimore because they can't go through the tunnels. And that adds anywhere from 40 to 50 miles of additional travel time.
The shutdown of the port could impact businesses in Pennsylvania.
Every year, about 40 million tons of goods come into York County by way of Maryland, and that's typically up and down 83, 95, with the vast majority coming through the Port of Baltimore. And every year we send about 38 million.
The Port of Baltimore is the nation's second highest exporter of coal, some of it coming from the Commonwealth.
The coal business could also soften because it's very expensive to now ship that over ground.
Major railroad company CSX is warning customers to expect shipment delays, but says it's dispatching more trains to coal terminals. Now, the port shutting down is also impacting thousands of jobs. Barris says there's almost $10 million of daily payroll at the port that could disappear. He said the severity of the economic impact here depends on how long it will take to clear the bridge from the Patapsco River and open the port again.
Yeah, certainly clear why they need to do that as quickly as possible. Marshall, you've certainly covered a number of the industries. What, though, have you learned about the impact to the trucking industry?
Yeah, in the short term, it could be significant, Evan. It's not just about delays either. I spoke to someone in management at DM Bowman who told me the extra commute will add to their costs, but the biggest concern is losing clients. He said if businesses aren't able to receive the raw materials they need to finish their products, it means the trucking companies won't be needed to transport those products to market or to other ports. It's something we'll continue to keep our eyes on in the coming weeks, Evan.
All right, Marshall Keeley, thank you so much. Appreciate that.